Hey, today I'm talking about the new thriller horror film, Barbarian. I really enjoyed this movie, and this is one of those movies where I would recommend to go in kind of as blind as possible. Like, if you just want a good, tense thriller horror film, watch this movie. It's great. It's fantastic. I really loved it. It's up there for this year's New Movies favorite horror movie of the year. You can watch other stuff and the rest of this review, but like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to rob you of the mystery of everything because it's really good and really fun and really, I loved it. But if you need a little bit more convincing, I will talk about the story and stuff. So the basic premise is this young woman played by Georgina Campbell rents an Airbnb in Detroit, but then there's some man who also maybe rented the same Airbnb. That's Bill Skarsgård. So he's really scary. Is bad stuff gonna happen? Spoilers, yes. Because it's a horror thriller thing, bad stuff happens. But it's great. They do such a good job of, first off, just kind of like making you think certain things are gonna happen and then subverting those expectations. But then also like keeping everything a mystery, because really good horror knows that the scariest thing they can do is make you wonder. So like, to use an analogy, picture you're in a hallway that's super dark and like you feel like there's something at the end of the hallway, but you can't quite see anything. So like your mind is running wild with the possibilities of like, is that just like a painting, or is that actually a person, or did I like leave something right there earlier, or is that a monster? Like, did I open a portal to hell? Like, is that what happened? And your mind just goes wild with fear. And that's what this movie does, is it constantly makes you ask the question, what is at the end of this hallway, both figuratively and literally multiple times. And then like the answers that we do get as the mystery unfolds is satisfying. Because like they give you just enough time to be afraid, but not to come to like any particular conclusion. Because like it could be this, or it could be this, or it could be this. And then we see something and it's like, oh, but what about? And then it just keeps going, and it's so good. And then like it does a good job with like analogy and metaphor, and then like do such a good job with tension that you're just like, I was literally like tensed up. But then they do give us moments of release. There's just a great balance. Like just every level of this movie, they knocked it out of the park. I am so impressed with the filmmakers. Like all the way from like the casting director to set design to just, you know, the bigger things like the script and the director, everything, just everything about this movie, they crushed it. It's great. So yeah, I wholeheartedly recommend this, even if you're not super into like scary movies. Like it's gonna scare you, but I would still recommend it to you too, because like it's worth it. It's so good. Ugh. And now for my ranking. I put this at number in the really like section. And this is out of a total of 49 new movies so far this year.